Welcome to my channel, SteveO the Window Cleaner. Today we are going over the Xero DI tank and how to set it up from your water source all the way to your pole and your brush, as far as all the different components that there is. DI tanks are really good for areas with low amount of minerals in the water, below 100 TDS, or very infrequent use of water-fed pole. But let's get right into it. So first thing I want to show you is, so my TDS here, just to kind of give you a good idea of why I can use a DI tank so well. So we turn this on. My PPM here is 69. I'm sure if I ran it here for just a little bit, that might even go down. Yep, 62. I don't know if you see that on there, but typically it's even around 54. So it's below 100, so great to use with the DI tank. So simply, I would suggest, this is about a 1/2 inch hose, so I don't love it. So I would suggest a 5/8 or 3/4 garden hose, but this is what we're gonna use for today. So hook your garden hose up to the water source. Make sure there's no kinks in the line. These Xero DI tanks just come with a garden hose thread inlet. If you wanna add quick connects on here, it will make your setup quicker. Now, when you got your Xero water fed pole, you probably got a premium quick connect set. Either looks like this, or it looks like one we put here on the picture here on the screen. So you could have this connection as well. This connection works the same as the other connection. So those are interchangeable as far as that goes, and with the other female garden hose quick connect with the valve. So this piece is basically just gonna go right here in your tank. If you were using a hose reel, this is where you would put your short whip from your hose reel, and then you'd have the longer length of the hose reel going out with like 3/8 hose, okay? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna turn the tank on to show you how much pressure these get. So as you can see, these get a ton of water flow. You do not need that much. If you've operated an RO DI system, you know it's a lot less. So you could really turn it down to about there, or you could turn the water source down to get a good amount of water. But if you need to go super high, of course you could turn it up, but I would just suggest controlling it a little bit. Also gonna save you on resin. So when we go through there, boom, we have 0 ppm. So when you're testing with these TDS meters, you're just filling up that cap. Perfect. So basically what's happening is that there's a tube in here that's pushing this water all the way to the bottom as far as the water from the inlet, and then it's coming up to the top here and then coming out your outlet. Okay, let's set up the hose. So most likely the best way to do a setup in the way that we're doing without a hose reel is we're using just Xero hose that's 5/16. This works great when using a DI tank due to how much water flow you can get. Even with the restricting size of what this is internally, you still get very good pressure. So you're gonna put that in here, right? And let's say this is 100-foot length. Typically, that's a very good way to have it, is 100 feet of this, and then about whatever length you got with your water-fed pole. Typically, if you got a SteveOnator T40, you would get 50 feet of pole hose that is orange. So we'll put that down in the pole. When you get this originally, the hose will already be inside the pole. I suggest just leaving it in for easier setup. Pull it out the bottom. You can also do this from the bottom to the top. You don't have to do it the way I did it here. Okay, here you'll already get this whole fast lock angle adapter. You won't get this arm. This is for the contact scrubber here, or walnut pad holder attachment, and that's the fast lock version. So then you just take your hose, if it's not already threaded through, open up your #1 clamp, put that down in there. And then, depending on what brush you want to use, typically what comes with your Xero pole is just the hybrid brush here. So if you had that, you just connect it like so, and then connect to the pencil jets, boom, like that. Or if you have a rinse bar, connect here. What I prefer using Just for my setups for typical homes is a boar hair brush. So this is the Xero boar hair brush. And then that's gonna plug into the Xero aluminum rinse bar here. And then also, like I showed before, the contact scrubber can go on the back. So you have an ultimate cleaning machine for your water fed pole. I have cut out the pencil jets, but that's just because I prefer the rinse bar. So then to connect your orange hose with your green hose, I'm gonna take the two ends here. And one connection that most people use is a push to fit. I'll also put a picture up here of a easy snap, which is a quick connect with barbs. I like these just a little bit better so that you don't have to decide on an exact length that you want. You can use different sizes as far as, using these with other hoses. So then that connects your green hose from your system to your orange hose for the water fed pole. Now we'll turn it on. You have the water coming out there, very, very good pressure. If you want to test from your rinse bar, you could fill up the TDS meter again. We're at 1. That's not, if you ever see that, that's not an issue. Basically, some of these hoses can have minerals in it, and it can be clearing that out. Anywhere 0 to 10 is perfectly fine. But if we flush that cap, test again, we're at 0. So it flushes that out, even though we're at 1 ppm for a sec there. Just wanted to put my nifty camera on there. So then, nice thing is you have great pressure. So just extend your pole. And start washing. Always good to clean your frames first. Give those a good rinse. It's a nice thing about water fed pole. Give that another good rinse there. Rinse bar covers everything very quick. And then basically, you'll give a brush down, side to side at the top, side to side at the bottom. And with that rinse bar, you can rinse very close to the glass or even on the glass. And then it even cleans that hydrophobic glass super well. All right, so that is a very simple setup video of a DI tank. These are very, very easy to use. You never need to drain the system after you use it. It's good to keep the resin wet. You use the TDS meter to test when to change the resin. So once it reaches 10 ppm, that's when you want to change it. This takes a half a cubic foot of virgin resin. If you have any questions, comment below. If you want to get one of these, you can always contact me. I'm a sales rep for Window Clean Resource. Phone number is 970-599-1437, or you can reach me at steveO@windowcleanresource.com. Have a good day. Bye-bye.